Good morning. You're welcome on board the midweek edition of your program Sports Bang on Splash 105.5 FM. 27 minutes before 8 o'clock is the time. It is the second day in the month of June, year 2021. Good morning to you, wonderful people. Thank you very much for being our guests. Again, or let me say, being our friends. My name is Tunde Olawuwo. Sports Bang this morning is going to be extra special. Yes, yesterday we couldn't, draw too much on the NBA. Definitely, we have a lot more to come on that. Also, in the world of tennis, remember the French Open is going on. Some big hitters are getting hit, getting knocked out. But of course, some still are showing their staying power in the competition. Well, Carlo Ancelotti, one of the most loved men in the world of football, is he heading back to the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium? Because what we know is that Florentino Perez, the president of Real Madrid, is making frantic efforts to get him off his deal with Everton, even though he's still got about 3 more years to go. Will he be successful? Remember, this man is hardly ever failed in whatever he does. Okay. Carlo Ancelotti to the rescue again for Real Madrid. Remember, he won the La Decima for them. They chased the 10th Champions League title for so long, and then he won. They chased him out, or maybe he left, and then is back in the saddle again. What do you think about this? We'll definitely be sharing your thoughts with us shortly this morning on our Facebook fan page, Splash 105.5 FM, also on our Twitter handle. But please know that we're streaming live on Facebook this morning. So, log on to www.facebook.com/Splash 105.5 FM and catch all the visuals plus the audio. This morning, I do have with me right here, Blessing Fowe and Ferami Adegwega. Together, we'll be running the show. Okay, let me get a Blessing to come on board first. Blessing, how are you?
I'm fine, Tunde. It's great to be back here again this morning, just like we did yesterday. Basically, copy-paste of, the lineup on Sports Bank yesterday. It's great to be back here again to talk sports. Of course, with Carlo Ancelotti back at Real Madrid. I remember when he left after the first stint and, Perez was saying he didn't understand why he sacked him. He just couldn't tell the reason why he sent him, why he told him to leave. But hey, he's back in the saddle. So that's why I want to know, is this really a match made in heaven? It's a big question.
What is match made in heaven? I'm sure you said this, or let me say you asked the same question when Zidane returned for the second time.
Yeah, we did.
Anything like match made in heaven? Chelsea,
but he won trophies.
Also, Mourinho was supposed to be match made in heaven.
But he won trophies.
Didn't Mourinho win trophies at Chelsea?
Yeah, he did.
He was supposed to be match made in heaven.
So you can tag them as successful, coaches at those various clubs.
What about in Nigeria? Do we have
yes, we
matches made in heaven?
We do. Number 1, Stanley Eguma at Rivers. I would have said Benga Gumbote, but things are not going well at this point in time.
No, you're on this one trying to get it grounded. Okay, Fermi, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning to you today. Good morning to Blessing. Good morning to the city of Ibadan. Of course, when it comes to teams like Madrid, Chelsea, there's no match made in heaven between those teams. We are talking about Florentino Perez. No matter how good you are, the moment he feels that you are no longer giving him what he wants and what he desires at that point in time, he will get you fired. Nobody actually saw it coming. Talking about bringing back Ancelotti, that was a massive last card that he pulled on us right there. Because when we are talking about our manager's merry-go-round, I never expected that Real Madrid would actually be going for a Carlo Ancelotti that you sacked without any tangible reason at that point in time.
Do you know the funny thing is, the same way he's getting him now was the way he got him. Then it was with PSG.
Exactly. And it was, I think he had 2-year contract with PSG.
Is this not some kind of arrogance? Somebody is contracted to a club, and then whenever you feel like you need that person,
because you have the resources to put the person out.
Didn't PSG have the resources to keep Ancelotti that time?
But they decided against keeping him.
It's the job.
No, he wanted out. And you cannot keep an unhappy manager.
Besides, they whatever cost implications that was involved, they fulfilled it. What else?
It's all about, the job is all about interest, hiring and firing, and having the money. At this point in time, Carlo Ancelotti felt that okay, I need to move on. And this is a huge offer for me, better than Everton, whether we like it or not. Yeah. All I have to do is just pay up, and of course I'm going to leave. And Florentino Perez must have actually offered him something lucrative for him to have actually agreed.
I keep wondering, what is it that this guy offers them? Because
Ancelotti.
No, I mean
Perez.
Okay.
Remember, it's not just for the managers, even for the players.
For the players, yeah.
Immediately, Madrid shows interest in you.
It's going to be difficult.
The player gets unsettled.
Definitely.
They did with
it is
Ronaldo,
not just
they did
Madrid.
with Beckham, they did with Gareth Bale.
Tunde, it's not just Madrid.
It's more of Madrid. They did with Hazard. Mention any other club.
It's more of big clubs.
Big clubs.
It's more of big clubs.
I remember when Barcelona wanted Fabregas.
That was
even of recent. Philippe Coutinho.
Philippe Coutinho.
I mean, we saw.
It's about the big clubs.
I mean, let me give you an instance. Can an Arsenal want a player, and the player will feel unsettled at this point in time?
Don't bring
it's not possible
to this equation.
It's not possible. That's what we are talking about. It's more of the big boys at this point in time. Barcelona's not in the big boys zone at this point.
I recall with Fred Boni at Swansea when Manchester City came, and he said it was an opportunity of a lifetime for him.
Exactly.
He couldn't say no to it because he looked at his age. He was getting old. I mean, not many more years left for him to play. It's about the big teams.
That you will say a settled player and then
decide
just because Arsenal has shown interest.
Did Arsenal settle Ozil? I don't think so.
Sorry, Ozil was pushed out of Madrid.
Ozil was pushed out, so I don't. They don't have that pedigree yet, or they don't have that effrontery yet.
Don't go beyond that. Don't go beyond that. Okay. So you can get on our Facebook fan page this morning. Let us know what you think about this new move by Carlo Ancelotti to Real Madrid. When Zinedine Zidane won his third Champions League title with Madrid, I remember Perez said, "Look, this guy has got a lifetime contract with us."
Perez.
I didn't know it was only a lifetime of a year or two.
But you cannot underestimate the impact of COVID and on the finances of these big clubs, really.
And that is the more reason why I felt they should have actually left us again. Or they should
have a legend.
Yes, they have a manager. That's why they're not out for him.
4 years trophy.
But to consider the fact that Florentino Perez has, or let me say Madrid system, they don't really go in hard with Italian managers. I never thought that, Carlo Ancelotti would actually be considered. Remember the case of, even Capello when he was actually there. He was sacked despite the fact that he actually won the league with them. Same thing with the same Carlo Ancelotti. So,
Madrid sacks everybody. Regardless. The only way you don't get sacked is, to
win the Champions League.
Even if you win the Champions League,
was sacked.
I mean,
well, it is what it is. Let us look at basketball this morning. James Harden totaled 34 points, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds as the Brooklyn Nets pulled away in the fourth quarter and closed out their Eastern Conference first-round series with a 123-109 victory over the Boston Celtics in New York. The second-seeded Nets won the series 4-1 and advanced to the conference semifinals for the first time since 2014. Brooklyn will face the third-seeded Milwaukee Bucks in the second round. Nikola Jokic had 38 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists as host Denver Nuggets overcame a playoff record 12 three-pointers from Damian Lillard to beat the Portland Trail Blazers 147-140 in double overtime on Tuesday night. Lillard finished with 55 points and 10 assists and twice sent the game to extra periods on Tuesday night. Game 6 is Thursday night in Portland. Meanwhile, the Los Angeles Lakers repeat title hopes are on life support after Tuesday's 115-85 shellacking by the Phoenix Suns in Game 5 of their Western Conference first-round series, putting LA 1-0 away from elimination. From basketball, we'll check out tennis. In the French Open 2021, Rafael Nadal and Novak Djokovic, coasting through Andrew Rublev out at Roland Garros. Third seed, Rafael Nadal began his bid for a 21st Grand Slam men's singles title with a straight set win against Australia's Alexei Popyrin. The 24-year-old Spaniard going for a record extending 14th triumph at Roland Garros won 6-3, 6-2, 7-6. Serbian top seed Novak Djokovic also aced through to round 2, beating American tennis Sandgren 6-2, 6-4, 6-2. Russian 7th seed Andrei Rublev is out after losing in 5 sets to German world number 42 Jan-Lennard Struve. Rublev's defeat means there is no fewer obstacle for Nadal in his side of the draw as The Spaniard seeks to set an outright record for major men's singles title, a milestone he shares with Roger Federer at present. I'm going to be asking Blessing, what are the chances of Federer, beating Nadal in this competition? Because you know what I feel about Nadal surpassing Federer.
I know.
This is the French Open. It's
Yes.
unfair that this is happening right now. But then again, we'll put that aside. In the women's category, Spain's Carla Suarez Navarro came within 2 points of fairy tale win on her return at the French Open just over a month after announcing she had recovered from cancer. The 32-year-old took the first set and led 30 love at 5-4 in the second, but lost 3-6, 7-6, 6-4 to Sloane Stephens. The former world number 6 revealed last September that she had early-stage Hodgkin lymphoma. She had a final chemotherapy session back in January. Two-time Grand Slam champion Petra Kvitova has withdrawn from the French Open because of a freak ankle injury sustained during her post-match media duties. The Czech says she fell after Sunday's first-round win over Great Menin. Sorry, I'm trying to understand. It was actually at the post-match media briefing that she copped this injury.
Yes.
I hope we're not seeing a pattern of what is likely to happen.
No, definitely not. The same post-match briefing that has become central to controversy the past couple of days. But of course, it is just a freak accident. It is a freak injury.
These guys are not up to something.
Definitely not. And which she herself,
say definitely not.
They are not. Which she herself said it was just bad luck. It was just bad luck. I mean, you wouldn't have expected it. It stays that way. It's just bad luck. Nothing serious.
Okay, so Blessing.
Yes.
I know
Rafael Nadal and Roger
we'll
Federer.
Be getting ahead of ourselves by talking about Nadal, Federer, somewhat along the line. But let's just picture the possibility that Federer, goes on to beat Nadal
on clay.
Yes.
I think that would perhaps mean the unthinkable has happened, because that's
the unthinkable happens every time in sports.
Not always though. Because that's surface. It can happen. But I feel like Nadal had the most confidence when it comes to playing on